Hey, I'm Rachel, and this is continuing our series on chakras and your energy body. And in this series, in this segment, we're going to be focusing on your solar plexus, your power center of all of your body. In this chakra, we're going to learn about the mantra of I can, and that is the energy that we are going to be just grasping onto today. Is that I can, and we're going to find your power and your warrior. It's right here in your solar plexus. It's where your warrior goddess is and comes from. In this beautiful solar plexus that's located in the center of your abdomen is where we're going to find all the energy that's the source of your personal power. It governs your self-esteem. It's your warrior goddess energy. And it also holds the power of transformation. There's a couple translations for the solar plexus, and one of them could be considered the city of jewels. Just think of this beautiful chakra as a jewel. Also, it can be transcribed as lustrous gem. So in this solar plexus, it's considered like a jewel, and just think about how precious and sought after that energy can truly be. So your solar plexus chakra is located in behind your belly button area. It is just above your chakra, and just think belly button up to the bottom of your breastbone. That whole region is your powerhouse. It controls metabolism and digestion. So just those two words, metabolism and digestion, if you are having any type of weight storage issues, work with this chakra to get it aligned, cleansed, and balanced, and look to see how much changes in your entire body just by working with this one energy center. This chakra is a fire element. No surprise there. It's fire. The color that goes with it is a bright yellow, like the sunshine. It is a masculine energy. So if you recall, your root chakra is masculine, your sacral chakra is feminine, and it just transforms back and forth. And so now we're flowing back into a masculine energy. And so sometimes if this chakra is too open, you may find yourself a little bit aggressive and overpowering in some ways. So be mindful of that. This chakra governs your personality in so many ways. It governs and can fuel ego. It works with your identity, personal freedom, choices, your authenticity, motivation, willpower, and your life purpose. Like, do you wonder if you have a purpose in life? If you do, work with this chakra to, again, help to align and balance. And I like to remind everyone that it is not always possible to be perfectly balanced in all of your chakras. Always be gentle with yourself and understand that chakras, the perfect balance for you may be leaning one way or another. And so if you find that you're a quite passive person, you may be tilted a little bit too closed off in this area, in this chakra. If you find that yourself is very aggressive or dominant, you may be a bit too open or way open. And so keep those things in mind to find your perfect balance, because your perfect balance and my perfect balance can be very different from each other. Remember, as we go through the chakras, they all work together. Even chakras that aren't connecting are working with other chakras. Like this chakra can work with your root chakra. And so to find that balance, you may need a little more here and a little less there, or vice versa. So just keep those things in mind and be gentle with yourself and understanding, and know that the perfect energy often flows. It's ebbing and flowing, just like the moon and the tide of the ocean. This chakra is going to teach you to radiate your power throughout the world and throughout yourself. You can awaken every cell in your body with this chakra, because remember, it's working with metabolism and digestion, and those two things fuel all of our body cells. So keep that in mind, how important this chakra is. Let's talk first about if this chakra may be out of balance, out of alignment. You may notice things about yourself, like if you're going through phases of low self-esteem, if you're having difficulty making decisions, anger or control issues, if you have problems being around negative energies, that is your gut telling you that that is negative energies. So be aware of how you feel when you're around certain places or things or people, because this chakra is talking to you, and it is recognizing energy even if you're unsure about it. So be aware if your gut is telling you that something is not right for you, if it doesn't feel like the right vibration, because this is where it's whispering to you. And sometimes it could be screaming it out. So listen and be aware. This chakra may be too open, might be the other end of the spectrum. If you're having impulse issues, impulse control, it might be closed if you're a people pleaser. If you're seeking approval. So these are just examples of when it's closed and when it's too open, and where do you want your balance to be on that. It may be a little too closed or blocked if you're having improper digestion, and that could be like constipation, IBS. Diabetes is stemming from this area, also because your liver is in there. In this chakra, your liver controls blood sugar, and so if you're wanting to work on some of these things, this is a perfect chakra to focus on and work with, these health ailments. Again, think about your liver, diabetes, pancreas, your colon, lower GI type areas. Acid reflux could benefit if you're working with this chakra. You can correct that. Hypoglycemia, all those things about our blood sugar. It is coming from this area of your body. This has a lot of energy that's working directly with your personal health and how healthy and how well your body is working. You will have some emotions connected to this energy center. Doubt, mistrust, worry. That is where these emotions can often come from. So be aware of that and take that into consideration. If you're having any of those things that you would like to correct and change for yourself, this is the chakra for you. Now, if it's too open, you may find that you could be considered a bully or manipulative. So also be aware of that and see where you need to dial it into. If it's very closed off, you may find yourself feeling like a victim or helpless. And so again, if it's on that range of things, those are unhealthy feelings certainly to have. And so you might want to bring it more to the center. So these are just some thoughts, ideas of what can happen when you have these imbalances for you to become aware of and notice how you want to change them. If your solar plexus is healthy and balanced, you're going to find a lot of self-confidence. You'll be self-motivated, a strong sense of purpose, and secure and healthy boundaries. That is when you are going to be at your prime in this. So work with those energies and have that set to be your intentions. Remember, self-confidence, self-motivated, all your I cans. I can and I will and I am. That is our goal for this chakra, to bring that to life for you. Ways to bring this chakra into balance. There are breathing exercises for every chakra, and this one there are breathing exercises, just some abdominal breathing. Feel yourself think of it as breathing in from your abdomen and exhaling that out. You can even put your hand on your abdomen. Just a few of those breaths when you're working with this chakra, or if you find yourself in worry or upset or in those emotions I was talking earlier, a breathing exercise, breathing in and out from that abdomen will definitely work and correct that, and you'll feel a difference immediately. For if you want to have some movement, any type of movement, walking really works for all the chakras, and yoga. And so some yoga is a seated spine twist in this one. You just sit and twist. Get that spine energy moving. And just that movement, it pulls that energy, it wakens it, it gets it moving and ready to release. So just even twisting while you're sitting down, move around, get that stuff moving, get it stirred up. We want to have activity that begins to take action here. And remember, you're working with metabolism and digestion, so get that energy moving around. If you like crystals, yellow or gold crystals, there's lots to choose from. Just look for those colors. Don't have to always be like, I need a specific crystal. Just look for the colors and what you're drawn to. There is a mantra for this. It's Ram. And so you can just slowly and relaxing, Ram, Ram. I can feel that stirring in my abdomen just from those 2 times as examples. I feel that vibration in that intestinal area, just waking up and moving. So that is how simple it is. Things that help this particular chakra, like food and drink, is having drinks that are at room temperature. So, we're always talking about and focusing on increasing our water intake. And so if you're able to just keep some water at room temperature, that really aids in this chakra work, aids in digestion as well. You can add a little lemon in there and see what a difference it makes for this chakra area. It will really waken it up and help it to come to life and start working harder for itself. Those organs that are housed here, they really love lemon water and they love it at room temperature. So try that out, see how it goes. Some warm food, sitting around a fire. These are just some things that are pretty easy to do. And if you're not able to go out and have a fire outdoors, you could even just burn a candle and sit near it and set those intentions to bring your solar plexus energy to life. Working with fire, being around fire, being out in the sun, just being out in the sun for a few minutes and just think about, let the sun activate this chakra and just bring it to life. What a difference it will make just after a couple minutes of that. If you like essential oils or incense, perfect ones for this are cedar, rosemary, chamomile even. Those are awesome things that's going to spark the energy in this solar plexus chakra. So the breathing exercise for this, again, it's just to sit and relax. You're going to do it in and out your nose. Keep those lips closed. And we're going to be forcing that air out of our tummy just like we did a minute ago. How does that feel? That was literally just 2 breaths. And so just doing 2 breaths or 6 breaths can certainly make a difference in this energy. I just wanted to give a moment and let you see what a difference that can actually make. Think about that energy moving through your spine. You can think about a light glowing around your belly. Just think about that energy, envision it. Just envision that sunshine energy around your belly as you're breathing. I think that feels beautiful. It feels very beautiful. Um, so I mentioned this earlier about your gut whispering information to you, your gut recognizing energies. And so as we're moving up on our chakras, we're getting closer and closer to those spiritual ones. But this particular chakra, though it's a lower chakra and more of an earthy chakra, it's more of a you chakra, houses that ego. It is a chakra that is talking to you. And so if you ever are looking for answers, you can find them within yourself. And here is a storage house of information for you that you could sit quietly. You might want to write down some questions and ask them as you sit quietly, and the answers will come out to you in feeling. What does it feel like? Did you feel a yes or did you feel a no? And or not everything is hearing the answers. Sometimes we feel the answers. And this is a great process and exercise that can help you learn to trust yourself more and more. And that is what this whole program is about. You learning to trust yourself, you learn to work with your own body and your own energies to know what they are telling you. They will talk to you and tell you everything that you need to know. And so a good way to do that is in mindful meditation, quiet meditation. There's different kinds. Sit and ask for the information, and you'll hear things, feel things, and things are going to come through you. And it's not always a distraction. It's often your body talking to you and giving you the information that it wants you to know. So be aware and mindful of this practice. This chakra, like the one before, it stores a lot of things, and it can store things from a past life as well, and from this life, that things that have been associated with abuse or low self-esteem, neglect, any weight issues, that could be underweight, overweight, could be guilt. Guilt is stored here. Um, it could be guilt for past mistakes in this life, or it could be something that you've carried on from before. So you can find those answers if you meditate with this chakra and ask for it to be revealed to you. So this is something interesting that you can do and practice with. Um, if you've ever had a life, whether it's this one or one before, that you stood up for like your personal power, or you stood up for a group of people or an idea, but maybe you were punished for it, it could certainly be carried forward here. And so these are things that you can work with to clear out and let go of, and it will change your energy in this life and keep you from carrying that forward into your next one. If you've ever had strict upbringings, if you've ever been bullied, abused, if you've had hard parents or guardians, it can all be stored here in this chakra. And again, it doesn't even have to be from this life. So these are things that's important that you can let go of and clear out. Clear them out and be ready to release them. If you've ever suffered from mental or physical abuse in any life, it will also be stored here. So part of healing is letting these things go. And if it's from another life, you don't always have to go back and look and explore that. You can simply set that intention to let it go and no longer carry it forward. If it's happened in this life, sometimes it may show you bits and pieces or scenes from that, or you may just set your intentions that you're ready to let those things go, and it can go without you having to review it or refill it. So not everything has to be about you reliving the trauma of something. Please know that and be aware of that. Healing does not require you to relive a traumatic experience. Sometimes we can simply say we're ready to let this go. And as I mentioned in previous sections, we release from two places of our body. It releases from our heart, or it releases from our feet, but you'll feel it move out from this area. And anytime that you're releasing, please set the intention and flow loving energy into your body so that it fills these areas, so that you don't feel a void or a loss anywhere within you, or an emptiness. So that is something very important for you to do, whether you're working on yourself or maybe you're performing Reiki for a client. Always replenish them with loving energy flow so that no one finds out later that they feel a little empty. They feel like, well, I've let something go and now I feel empty. You do not have to feel empty for letting go of traumatic experiences. Fill that space with love and light and be ready to move forward and step forward in your journey. I hope these segments are helpful for you and for others on your healing journey, and that you can take this information and share it with the rest of the world. I'll see you again in the next segment. Love and light.